Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back. I am finally getting a chance to do my breakdown for EXO's Crown. This is one of my Song of the Year contenders already. I know it's early in the year, but I'm gonna try and keep at least a running list of some of my favorites from the year. Like I said, this is one of them. Um, Back when I reacted to it, I reacted when it first dropped. I said I would have the breakdown out in a couple of days. It's obviously been a couple of weeks now, so I apologize if you've been waiting. If you want to check the reaction out, that is on the main channel, Jeff Reacts 12. But this will be the breakdown where I look a little bit closer at the lyrics, what I feel their meaning is, and symbolism and stuff worth talking about in the video. Fair warning, I'm not going to catch everything in the video because I know, thanks to some of your comments over there on the other channel, that this is um, really heavy with their lore. And I don't know much of their lore, even though I love their discography. So bear with me and feel free to fill in the gaps in the comments. Let's go check it out. All right, we got some sirens going.
Yeah, 네 앞에 내려와 기꺼이 받을 crown now we're back and touching down It's the king of the town on the streets to the crowd Take that 가져도 돼 모든 걸 Yeah, we coming for that
I love that intro so much. Okay, so I do know in the lore they all have powers, and I don't know which one is which for each one of them, but I saw fire, I saw, I don't know if that was like teleportation or just like telekinesis or something. I saw water. I didn't catch the others, but I know there were some others there. Like I saw some plant life growing or something, but I don't know if that was one of the powers or not. But the intro is, yeah, I come right down right in front of you. I'll gladly take the crown. Now we back and touching down. So, of course, this is their first comeback after all the guys have finished their military service. And along with BTS, EXO is pretty much considered like the kings of K-pop, especially from third gen. Um, and, you know, not trying to start fan wars or anything like that, but EXO and BTS are to K-pop what Backstreet Boys and NSYNC were to 90s boy bands here in America. Like they are like the pinnacle of the craft, right? And so generally you're usually a fan of one or the other. Me personally, I like both, but I did the same thing with Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, so whatever. But they're already proclaiming themselves king again. You know, like I'll gladly take the crown. I'll take that top spot back. And this whole now we back and touching down. Obviously, they're back from being away. Lore wise, it looks like they're just coming back to their universe, the EXO universe. It's the king of the town on the streets. See the crowd. So like they've been waiting for us. They're here. They're cheering for us, and I'm assuming the crowd is XOLs, um, but maybe I'm wrong. That's how I take it anyway. Take that. You can have it all. Yeah, we coming for that. So the part about like take that, you can have it all, I think is them saying to the fans like we're back and you can have all of us. We are like I said, we are back, but I don't mean back physically. I mean like back as in like we're here to do it again. Um excuse me. So chorus, yeah, I'm all in for you. Well, there you go. So all in for you. I have to imagine that is a message to the fans. Like we are 100% all in it. Uh, we want to build that connection again. We want to be there with our fans. We want to deliver the product, the music that the fans love. I actually did see a little interview with them where they specifically said that they feel like this song is the type of song that XOLs are going to love and play until, you know, hit repeat until it's like worn out. Because it's got that power, it's got that dance feel, and Yeah, I definitely agree. I've been hitting it on repeat, both here on YouTube and on the album in my car. Anyway, now we coming for that crown. No one can take this from us. Even if it breaks me, I'll give it all. So, like, even if I have to push myself beyond the limit, I'm still gonna give you my very best. And again, no one can take it from us, meaning the crown. Like, they can't take this top spot from us. But honestly, in some ways, you could almost think of the crown representing the fans too. Like now we come in for that crown, the fandom, and no one can take those fans from us. So I think there's a couple of ways you can take this. But then we get a little bit more clarity in the next line. I'll protect the crown for you. So um, it's still open to interpretation, but coming for the crown and then protecting it, like, I'm going to defend my spot here. I'm going to keep coming back to you, and I'm going to keep, putting out great music, but also, protecting the fans themselves. Like, I came for you, and now, we're going to protect our bond, because you're the only rightful one. Reach out, don't hesitate, coming to the throne. So, already super cool message. I didn't realize that you could really take this as a fan thing until now as I'm reading into it. I thought this was more like a surface level of, again, we're the kings. We're back to take our thrones. Like, yeah, someone else might have stepped in while we were gone, and they had their time. They had their fun. But step aside, son. Daddy's home.
입맞춤 그 순간 느낀 주제 너라는 운명의 장난 같은 페인 쉽게 마음을 뺏겨가 선택지는 하나
Dio's voice like really starts it off perfectly there. Is that Chanyo with the fire? Oh, there's some teleportation. Okay. This song, this video is so just, it's phenomenal. I wanted to say something else that started with F, but anyway. So Dio's verse. Well, I guess Lay is in here too, according to the lyrics. I only thought Dio was singing this. So the moment our lips touched, I knew the truth. Yeah, you're a pain twisted by fate. My heart slips away so easily. One choice left, ride or die. Uh, okay. Um, then the refrain is, yeah, sirens in the night. Whoa, you're in their sights. Whoa, I want it all. Yeah, as our eyes cross, a hand pulls me in. You freeze me in place. So this verse is like, we opened with the confidence, right? Of like, we're coming for the crown, we're gonna protect it, we're gonna take it back. But verse one is showing like we gotta fight for it. Like, this isn't just something we walk in and just okay, like, I'm back on top of the throne. Like, no, like, we've got to actually put in work. We have to, like I said, fight for this. And the sirens in the night represent almost like this feeling of danger in a way. Saying you're in their sights is kind of like that. Everyone is aiming for you. They're gunning to take you down so they can take your spot. Um, yeah. Okay. Pre-chorus. Every instinct about you turns out to be true. Senses cutting into my heart, etched into me, coming for that crown. Yeah, we had some really cool shots here, where we now we've got the arrows. These are more like almost like weather vane arrows, but here we had like people teleporting in. A lot of cool stuff here. They're like fighting it out or about to be in their lore universe here. But that being said, I don't know a ton about their lore universe. But yeah, like, this is literally, I mentioned like weather vanes, but the floor is designed to look like, you know, storm clouds. All right, and here's our guy who can control water, apparently. There's our teleporting. You see them like center stage there. And they're reaching for the crown there. And you see that broken glass transition. That was cool. Just want to see this part again. So it like builds the glass break and then it shatters as you come through the eye. So verse 2 has a slightly different feel. It feels like we've increased the intensity, and then the visuals is like we're literally fighting this fight. Now we're getting shot with the arrows, wearing chainmail. That's so cool. I love all their powers and stuff. Like I said, I don't know which member is which on each power, but the way they've integrated that into this story is really cool. I'm loving the droning bass and like electronic sound underneath here that's kind of, you know, lifting the track up as we hear the boys' vocals. So verse 2, those countless eyes filled with blame, but all I need is your gaze. Hard truth or hard for you to see, all that's left is your choice. And I remember earlier we talked about that choice about ride or die. And I think this is, again, for like part of, to the fans, essentially, is what I'm getting at here. Like, everyone else might, you know, be looking at us like oh, you went away, or you left us hanging, or maybe they're just actual haters, who knows. But all I need is your love. I need your attention, your gaze. Hard truth or hard for you to see, all that's left is your choice. So like, it's your choice to be with us again, ride or die. Obviously we're all gonna be there with them, duh. Refrain, we got the sirens in the night, the fight's already on, whoa, I've got no regrets. So now we saw the fight happening. I didn't realize the line was actually going to say the fight's already on, but I mentioned it felt like the intensity was picking up and that we're actually seeing battle, essentially. Like, we got one of our boys getting peppered with arrows. We got another one suited up for war with some chainmail. Like, stuff's getting real out here in this verse. But they've said, like, I've got no regrets. You know, like, I wouldn't change anything that we've done, essentially. As my vision closes in, a hand reaching out to me, that's all I need. So, like, as I feel like maybe my time is over, passing away, so to speak, you know, I just need someone to pull me back from the darkness, you know, show me the light again. So I think that's us, and they're reaching out for us to, you know, reconnect again. I could be wrong. This is my interpretation of it. And then the pre-chorus was the puzzle leading to you falls into place one by one. So, you know, all these obstacles that had to be overcome, like the military service, the issues with the label, the 3 Chinese members having their own separate issues that have prevented them from rejoining the group. You know, like, these obstacles, they've overcome them little by little. And now the moment I've waited for arrives, rise until the end, coming for that crown. So they're finally back. We've got them back. They've got us back. And together we're going to rise up. And then we drop into the chorus again. Just powerful for you. Excuse me. He's in full body armor there. You see him on his knees with the arrow there. That's a cool shot. I don't even know if I recognized this specific shot in the reaction. So right where I've paused by happenstance, we've got one of the members. I think I saw an interview saying that this was Kai, but I won't know until we actually hit play again. But it's like, if you've ever seen like Doctor Strange, how he like creates the portals, it's like that almost. And I think one of you guys told me it was Kai that has teleportation power, so that would make sense too. But he's here with like the cape, like the hero, maybe the knight to defend the kingdom, so to speak. Really cool shot. But what I was actually gonna point out when I was pausing was you've got, you know, the representation of like reaching out to take their hand as, where was it? Right there. You know, he's down, he's almost out, he's on his last breath essentially, but he's got his buddy there to pick him back up. Actually, that was really cool because the shot that I was talking about with the Doctor Strange thing in the portal made sense in that freeze frame of where I sent it, but it's actually an eclipse, which is also really cool. Oh. Let's go. That bridge built up beautifully to the intensity of the dance break. Oh yeah, then you saw a little quick glimpse of each member's power again. Okay, so we got water. I just missed one. Looks like, is his control over the weather or specifically lightning? Because remember, I'm pretty sure this is the same member that had like the weather vanes and the storm clouds on the floor that he was standing on. Okay, there was fire. There's lightning again. Not sure what his power is. He got control over the sun. I don't know. Anyway, really, really cool. So the bridge was "No one can stop us now. We're finally here. Through endless scenes, I face you now because it's time coming for it." So we're back. We went through the obstacles, the trials, the tribulations. You know, it might have seemed like we were never going to get back to this point, but here we are, and we're here for you, and we're here for the crown, that top spot. And I face you now, like we're back again, face to face. We're together. We're able to connect again, and now it's time coming for that. But those high notes and the instrumentation that build through that bridge really just connect us to that heavy, like powerful dance break there too. And then of course we get the final chorus. Easily one of the top songs of the year. Now, again, I realize we're only partway into February, so there's a long way to go. But I think this song is still going to be contending for that crown by the end of the year. Let me know what you guys think. All right, my friends, so that was my breakdown interpretation of Crown. I know, like I said, I missed quite a bit as far as like the lore stuff in the video, so feel free to fill in gaps there. I know that there are some of you who can at least tell me which member has which powers, because somebody did that on the reaction, but I've forgotten it, so I didn't want to pretend like I knew, and I didn't want to go cheat and read it either. But I hope you guys enjoyed EXO's Crown. Make sure you guys stream them for sure. Buy their Reverxe album. But if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe. hit the bell to enable your notifications. And if you want to get a request done either here or on the main Jeff Reacts 12 page, there are two ways to do it. You can either join the Patreon. Special shout out to our Patreon subscribers. Thank you guys for all of your support. Gray tier and higher get guaranteed requests every month, and they get access to everything that I have over on the Patreon. There's concerts, there's survival shows. I'm actually in the process, as I record this, I'm in the process of trying to film enough episodes of Boys 2 Planet so that I can get you guys that content. But yeah, feel free to check that stuff out. The other way to get a request, if you're not interested in any of the Patreon benefits, is in the description below. There's a link to PayPal and instructions on how to use it. So feel free to take a look, and I will catch you guys for the next video. Take care, everyone.